It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's the second of our tier on this Saturday, a super wild card. The 20, call it the 21.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's get a pick right here, Uncle. Let's get a pick.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Bronco switch. Bronco. Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. 59 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Go.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Walker with another carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third down and 1.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Gain of 9 yards.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Hawk 7. Ready.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just running all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're
and this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 58 yards. And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on.
They run again with Walker. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 7.
Down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 10. Here's Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Check right. Here we go. Check hot.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Love wants to shift things around.
Switch, yellow.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to work his way down to the 16.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down in the yard.
Set, hut. 33.
In motion goes the tight end. The deal is to McLaughlin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready. Grilled 50. Green. Right.
7-7, our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Come on, set. Ready.
Love now. They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
27-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fernandez. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here we go. Go.
Now a draw play. It's Walker.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Second and 6.
Bronco, ladies. Cougar 19.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready, set.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hunt, hunt.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set, ready. Yellow, throw, 10.
Carry from McLaughlin. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's 3rd and 7.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Down. Yellow, 43.
On the ground, here's McLaughlin.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Set. 45. White. Chop. With red. Yellow. Lining. 560. Ready.
Here's McLaughlin.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Set. Hut. 33. Yellow. Hut. Hut.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Reek Woolen.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
32. Ready.
The give now to Abanikanda.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Operating from the gun, Fernandez. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 74 yards.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready,
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Cluster, stick. Set, ready. Black, net, black ultra. Blue striker. Hut, hut.
Love looking to throw it.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Check.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He's got it to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Finding Williams once more, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Red, cycle, down. Ready, ready. Yellow, 20, green jacket.
To the air again, Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Love. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within a point. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, has still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Top 19, Dragon 60, Warrior 70.
Throwing to start the drive. Fernandez.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought one of the best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Let's go. 60 reps. 60 reps.
Love, he's going to change the play here. And they'll go again with Abanikanda.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Set. 52 blue.
Now Love. He'll try and do this himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
19, Panther 80. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, right?
Here's Walker to start the drive.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, let's go.
Back to throw. Fernandez. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now.
70.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
Ready.
A handoff running left, Brooks.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19. Let go.
Jet sweep. Here's Reed. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's down the field. He's got a whale.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
19 tight. Here we go. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. 70 Ranger. Go.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. Under pressure, they got him again.
Lucas Van Ness
drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Let's go. 60 reps. 60 reps. Cut.
Throwing. Love. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Good move at the 30. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fernandez. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And it's taken in at the 9. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
On the 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Will, 52.
Bannicander once again. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. No gain on the screen there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready, go.
Operating from the gun, Fernandez. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 and the 44. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Got it. Ready?
2nd and a couple.
Let's go now.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Fernandez. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle with Brooks here. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Get it.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to get the lead up to 4. Myers' kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. This is 1st and 10. Here's Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
They'll have about one last check. Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Yellow. Opposite. Set. Cut. 43 right. Yellow. 22. Set.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ready?
Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield. field, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Down. 50, green.
And now Love going to change things up. On the ground, it's Abanikanda.
And a short game down to about the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Come on, set. Clause with 33. Yellow. Snap. Red. 6. Mega. Ready.
Now Love. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we Cup 19. Cup 19. 65.
They'll look to throw.
That's to a former Packer, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Panther 6.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Top 50. Get up.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Get up.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
70 Timber. Ready.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Myers' kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he'd better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Set hut. Fight. Get your boy. Set hut.
Love looking to throw it. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Abanikanda. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Extra point try now for Patterson. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Patterson now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.